Hello, welcome to the Matthew Allton Art channel once again. Slightly different start to the video. This time you can actually see my face, which makes a change. Today's video is showing some sketches of eyes that I've done over the last fortnight. Those of you who follow the channel know that I've got a Patreon and that we do fortnightly art challenges, and the current art challenge was for eyes. So I've done 4 sketches of eyes in various media, 2 in pencil, 1 in pastel and 1 in charcoal. So the following video is time-lapse videos of me creating all of those 4. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get on with it. Well, this is the first one, a pencil sketch, just in the sketchbook, using a mechanical pencil, as you can see. I have to say I started this a little small, really. It's supposed to be a drawing of eyes, to get the eyes right, and I've started quite small, as you can see. I wanted to do a sort of 3/4 on face, rather than face on, because it's when you start looking at 3/4 and eyes at angles that they become more difficult, really. Well, in my experience anyway. I used for this a reference video on YouTube, a portrait reference video. They're supposed to be timed so that you have 10 minutes to draw the portrait or whatever, but I just froze it so I could take my time. To be fair, this took about 30 minutes, I think, really, or less. You can already see on this one that the eyes aren't quite right, which is why I'm practicing them, let's be honest. But they're sort of pointing in different directions slightly. And the one behind the nose is a bit bigger than it should be, because the one in front should be slightly bigger, if anything. I sort of carry on with the face here a little bit, because it's a little odd to draw floating eyes on a page, so I sort of end up putting a lot of the face in on this one as well. Overall, I'm getting much quicker at doing things like portraits, and generally more accurate. This isn't quite right around the eyes, as I say, which is a shame, because that's what I'm trying to practice drawing. But that's why we are practicing, and that's why I did several of them this fortnight as well, to try and get them as good as I can. Well, this is the final drawing for the first one. Overall, I'm fairly happy with it, really. Not quite right about around the eyes. As I said, the far one is slightly bigger than it should be, but the one nearest looks like an eye and has a roundedness to it, which is good. So let's get on with the next one. I did this one in the same sitting on the same piece of paper, as you can see, and it was another one of the video portraits on YouTube that I'd frozen on the screen. This one was a woman, just for variety. Started with the brow line, as you can see. I quite liked this one because it was quite an expressive face, she was sort of smiling quite a lot and had quite a lot of wrinkles and things. So it was a bit different to the previous one. It's more face on, as you can see as well, so a bit different from the 3/4 one that I did before. Again, it's a bit small, really. Again, I'm doing more of the face than I probably need to, really, for an eye sketch. She's quite a strange shaped nose, I have to say. It's not much of an eye sketch so far, is it really? I do put the other one in a minute. This one took about 25 minutes, I think. And again, had a passing resemblance to the reference, which is always good. I am getting slightly better at likeness as time goes on, I think. I think when trying to get a likeness, it's important to get the shape of the brows right, as well as the shape of the eyes. I think they can give the character quite easily, or the likeness quite easily. Again, it's quite an odd one to do because the eyes look different sizes here, but I think one is more squinty than the other, and it's because she's smiling. But yeah, another one done. So this is the final drawing for number 2. It's a bit scrappy and a bit scratchy, but the eyes look like eyes, I think. It's quite rough, but it only took me 25 minutes or 20 minutes, as I said, so not too bad. Okay, let's see the third. Well, you can see this one is done on a different sitting. It's about a week or 10 days later. I'm using brown paper for this, and I'm using a photo reference of my eye, close-up reference of my eye. I'm using a pencil just to lay out the position of the eye and the shape of the eye, but I'm now using pastel, which is something I haven't used for life drawing type stuff for quite a while. I used to use it all the time when I went to life drawing classes. So I'm sort of feeling my way a bit with the material here. You can see I'm applying colour and then blending using a tortillon. It's a 3/4 on sort of eye again. They're a bit more challenging than face on, I find. You see me using pastel pencils as well for some of the details, like eyelashes and eyebrow hair and that sort of thing. It's already recognisable as my eye, I think. I'm quite familiar with my own eye, obviously, and to me it looks fairly right. Perhaps gone a bit overboard on that shadow under the eye there, a bit using black rather than brown probably, but I sort of bring it back a little bit towards the end by lightening it up a bit, as you'll see. There's the pencil again, pastel pencil, for adding the eyelashes. Now the eyebrow being added in a fashion. And here's me just lightening up a little bit that shadow under the eye. I probably should have put the other eye in on this one, with the bridge of the nose, but I didn't. Well, this is the drawing itself, the finished drawing. As I said, I think it looks very much like my eye. It's sort of the right shape. Looks like it's 3/4 on. Not bad at all. Let's get on with the next one. Well, for this one, it was done in the same setting as the last one. And I'm using the brown paper again. I wanted to do some older eyes with lots of wrinkles and wisdom in them. And again, I'm just using the mechanical pencil to do some rough laying out of where things are. But then I'm going to use charcoal for this one, as you can see. And this one took the least amount of time of all. You can see I'm blending the charcoal with the tortillon like I was with the pastels on the last one. But I thought this was a really lovely face to draw in terms of the character in it. Very wrinkly, very wizened. I've got both eyes here, as you can see, but I don't go into any detail on the nose or anything like that. It's just about trying to get the character of the eyes, which I have to say I think I'm quite successful at in such a small amount of time. They already look quite nice, I think, and by the end of the 20 minutes I think this one took, I'm quite pleased with this one. Using a photo reference I found on the internet for it. Great fun doing all the wrinkles, folds of skin. Well, this is the final drawing, and I'm really pleased with how this one turned out. Although it's very quick and rough, 20 minutes, 25 minutes as I said, I think I've really managed to get some character in those eyes. So a success from that point of view. Maybe this is the best one because it was the 4th one and practice makes perfect. That's what this channel is all about, documenting my progress and my practice to try and become a better artist over time. Thank you very much for your time in watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, then please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, then please consider subscribing. I try and do videos regularly, at least once a week, of new stuff. If you'd like to join the Patreon, I'll put a link to that in the description of this video. This challenge was from the Patreon, and it's really good to get you going. If you're interested in art and drawing, it's great having challenges to do things that you wouldn't necessarily normally do. And the regular practice, of course, makes you much better. Well, I'm finding that anyway. It's a really friendly bunch. So please consider joining if you're into drawing and painting yourself. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.